Hi guys, if you're new, today I want to bring you an encouragement, a very raw encouragement. Hi guys, moms and dads, welcome to my channel. My name is Emma. In here I like to talk anything that has to do with homeschool. I'm very passionate about homeschool, motherhood and lifestyle. I have a 9-year-old boy about to be 10, and today I want to bring you an encouragement. If you are a new mom with all of this that is homeschool, I would like to encourage you but give you a very raw encouragement of what is homeschool. Before that, if you're new, I would like to invite you to subscribe. Click that notification bell so you don't miss any of the information that I will be bringing in here, as well so you can form part of our family here on YouTube. Why do I say that I want to bring a very raw encouragement of what it is homeschool? I have noticed a lot of new homeschool moms uh, coming to the idea of homeschooling with the idea that it's going to be easy. And while homeschooling is a blessing, and I can testify about all the great things that comes with homeschooling, I have to say that it might not be for everybody. And I have to say as well that it's not easy. It's a lifestyle, is something that you have to adjust things in your home, and is something where you have to have the disposition to want to spend a lot of time with your kids, and not only that, the disposition to learn along with your kids, and as well to be able to teach to your kids. And it's something that it doesn't come easy for some people. It's just it needs to go through certain process, and I see that sometimes mom thinks that that process has to go fast, and this is a very very slow process. And I don't want to discourage you from homeschooling, but I want to give you the reality of homeschooling. I think that sometimes, and I include myself at the beginning when I start with this thing of homeschooling, with this lifestyle, I thought it was going to be very easy. I come from after schooling my kid, and I said, well, what will be the difference if I was already after schooling my kid? And there is a big difference. Remember that part of that education was coming too from the public school, and he was most of the time at a public school. Now he's constantly with me, he's always with me, and it's something that, if you want me to be honest, I liked that. I like my son always with me. I like to see how he's developing, how he is growing, how everything he gets amazed or surprised by the things that he see, how he has this interaction with the family, even though during this past year, under the circumstances in which we were, uh, that's been a little bit more difficult. And if you want me to be honest, as a single mom, I can tell you that it's not easy. If you are a single mom, I don't want to appear in here and make it look like it's always rainbows and sunshines, because it's not. There's days where we don't feel the attitude, or we don't feel the motivation to start our homeschool, and there are days where we feel like we are very excited to start with our homeschool day. And I just want to bring that here. I want to bring a raw an encouragement, but a very raw one. I want to bring you here the reality of what is homeschool, and as well just talk to you and let you know what we moms and dads, there's a lot of dads that they're actually the ones that homeschool their kids, the kids, and it's just, I just want to let you guys know that I think that sometimes moms or dads come with the idea that since everything is happening at home, is going to be very easy, and it's not. It comes always with the challenges, and that's in everything in life. It comes with challenges. At home, your kid has to adapt to the fact that now they are not following the schedule of a public school. You might have to school your kid, and that's actually something that I suggest and I encourage every new mom as a homeschooler that you have to go through that process of deschooling. That's something that I skipped, and then I regret it, and I noticed that it was something that we were needing in our homeschool. If I can just save you from that mistake, I will do it. I think it's something that you as a new homeschool mom should do, is to school your kid and go through that process and not trying to accelerate everything. And I know that sometimes that just comes natural, is something, is the world that we're living in, is everything going fast, fast, fast. And I know even at this point I still do it, and I have to apologize to my kid. I mean, I'm sorry. I need to take it slow. I need to be a little bit more patient. I have to breathe. Sometimes it's us parents, the ones that have to breathe, that have to take it slow, that have to take a step back and think about what we're doing and analyze ourselves, and just look to ourselves and see if it's something that is coming from us and not from our kids. And I noticed that lately, and I just want to share that with you guys. Lately, I've been like it's a little bit of a stress. Everything is happening what I think a little bit fast, and as a single mom, it's a little bit more complicated because then you have to do everything. Everything relies on you, and it's a little bit more difficult. That does not mean that it's impossible. You have to have a mentality, and it depends too on your attitude towards whatever it is that you are confronting at the moment, towards how you see things happening in a day. You can have a bad attitude or you can have a good attitude, and I know it's not easy. It's not easy to do. It's actually very difficult, and it's something that you have to put your mind. You have to pray. And I like to always pray. Sometimes I go through my day and I forget praying, and then I realize, and then I once I do it, I feel that peace that comes obviously from our Father, and is very important. I want to encourage, but at the same time, bring the reality that not every day is rainbow and roses, not every day is easy, not every day goes smoothly, and not every day will go just as you have planned. There are going to be days where things are not going to go smooth, things are not going to go with the way that you have planned everything, and it is okay. Just step back. It's fine. It'll be fine. One day that you miss of homeschool, of doing school, it's not going to be the end of the world. It's not going to happen anything. Besides, you might be a little bit behind on some stuff, and reality is behind when it comes to homeschool. Really, I don't think that is happening in here. It's just taking the time to breathe and just recognize if it's you, the mom or dad, the one that is having these problems, or this feeling of not accomplishing anything. Just take a moment and breathe. One day that you miss of homeschool is okay. Once it doesn't become a pattern, that's just fine. I think that is better if you take a break every time you need it. It's just with your kids. You don't want to push things in to your kids if they are not in the mood, if they don't feel like it's been a good day for them. You don't want to keep pushing that because you don't want to take away the love for learning. You want to actually encourage that in your kid. You want to actually promote that to your kid. You want to make your kid feel like, yes, this is what I like to do. And I know you have to be real with your kid as well. You have to let them know that some days they just have to push through things. They just have to go through things. There are going to be things that they are going to want to do that they're not going to be able to do it. There's days that my kid is like, I had a trip planned and for some reason it was not possible. And he gets into this mind, but you told me, you told me, you told me. And you have to be gentle and explain to him or to her at the moment that we might not do it today, but we have other days where we can go ahead with those plans. And it is okay. And you have to give yourself that grace as well. There's going to be days where you are going to be able to do everything that you have in your planner to do. And if you are a mom or a dad that likes to make notes after you have done everything that day in your homeschool, well, that's fine as well. I like to plan ahead because it gives me a little bit more of peace of mind to have everything. But when I can't go through something that day that I have planned already, I just go, well, I was not able to do it today. I will try to accomplish that wherever it is the next day. And that's how I go through my day. At the beginning, I was getting frustrated. It was almost like I couldn't even breathe. It was just this feeling that I have to finish that the same day that I had it planned for, that I have to accomplish that. And it was causing me a stress, it was causing me frustration. Just like I will say, like in this past week, I noticed myself getting through that all over again. And I have to step back and go, I can. I am just one, and this is what I can do. This is what God is allowing me to do. And things happen because they need to happen that way. There's something that we are going to learn from that. There's something in that process that will help us in a future time. And it's just looking through things with a better attitude. I think that's been helping me quite a lot. I cannot say that always works, but most of the time it's been working for me as well, to always pray and give things to God. And I think that having that in your mind is very important, especially if you are a mom or a dad that homeschools and you know that everything will go around your homeschool, because now the education of your kid depends on you. And it is very important that you have that mentality. I know it's not easy, but it is important. You can always have somebody that you can talk to. Is I don't I will not say that it's like something that you really have to, but if you can surround yourself with people that are going through the same process that you, maybe you know about a mom that homeschool her kids, and you maybe you want to uh, jump in that boat with her and just talk to her, talk to become friends and share ideas and opinions. I think that's very important. I can tell you that sometimes I feel like I need somebody to talk to. I need somebody to share my thoughts, and the fact that I don't have anybody next to me that is going through the same process as I am is a little bit more difficult. It's being very difficult, and I get a little bit emotional about that. But it's important at some point, because you're going to feel like maybe that will alleviate a little bit your stress, seeing that somebody else is going through the same process that you are going. In my situation, I am the only one from my family that is homeschooling her kid. I am the only one homeschooling my kid. Everybody in my family is being going through the public system, including myself. And when I jumped into this decision of homeschooling, it was something completely new for me. And I got the information from me researching and doing all the look for material, and looking at other moms, and looking and getting information, reading books, and just researching all that I can research. I try to look for all the information that I could get in order to decide if this was good for me, and as well to pray. I pray about this decision because I know it was not going to be easy as a single mom to start doing homeschooling, because everything was going to depend on myself. And I think that is very, very important that you look through all the information before you take the decision to start homeschooling. And as I just expressed, it's not that I want to discourage you. I am actually encouraging you to homeschool. I am actually giving you that push to homeschool. But at the same time, I want to bring that reality of how things are gonna go if you homeschool. Of course, it's not going to be easy. It's not, every day is not going to be the same. And the good thing about homeschooling is, as always, that you can tailor the materials to your kid. You can tailor the materials to the way you learn as well, because you're going to be learning along with your kid as well. You can adjust things in your home, in your homeschool. You can adjust the schedule. You're the one putting the schedule. Nobody's telling you that. You're the one that is choosing the material depending on the state in which you are located. There's a states that actually they are the ones that tell you which type of programs you should be looking for, which type of subjects you should be giving in your homeschool. And there's some states that don't require all of that, and then you have a little bit more of a relaxed approach to homeschool. It is very important that you understand that just as you go through this process of learning how to adjust to things, your kid is going to go through that process as well. And you want to give them grace as well. They need to adjust to the process of homeschooling. It doesn't happen in a day, it doesn't happen in a week. It just takes time. For some kids, it's very easy. They just have that affinity and they like it and enjoy it. For others, it is actually a process. Maybe because they miss their friends, because they know that they have to. It's a feeling of having to start all over again, and that might be causing sometimes some issues for new homeschool moms or new homeschool dads, because the kids start to feeling a little bit lonely, especially now these days. They want to have being surrounded by friends. And just to let you know that you have to be working with that as well. They are going to go through that process with you, and the same thing that you're feeling there might be feeling it even more, because they are kids and they still don't have the understanding that we as adults have, that the maturity to understand the process for which they are going through. I hope this is helpful. I try to be as honest and as raw as I can, just because I've been looking sometimes to the messages from new homeschool moms, and they feel discouraged. They feel like they're failing just because things are not going the way they thought they were gonna go. Remember, the first years of homeschooling are going to be hard, because it requires for you to adapt yourself. It requires for your kid to adapt themselves and see the approach that you're going to take for homeschooling, the way that they're learning. You're going to discover so many things that you didn't knew about your kid, because most of the time they were at a public school. They were spending 8 hours there, and now they're spending that time and more with you, and they will require that time for adjustment as well. I hope this is helpful. I hope this encourages you, and I hope this motivates you to take that step or that jump and to homeschool. I hope this is helpful. If it is, please don't forget to hit like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. If you have any tips or ideas that you want to share with other moms, you can leave it down below. As well, if you have any comment or any suggestions of videos, I don't have the community tab in here, but I am willing to hear those suggestions and to bring any type of theme that you guys want me to bring in here. I hope this is helpful. I will see you then. Bye bye.